Today, our topic is business organization and factors affecting choice of a particular form of organization. So, first of all, we will be discussing about the business organization. Business organization is the art of establishing effective cooperation between the various means of trade, commerce, and industry. As per J.W. Shells, organization is a combination of necessary beings, material, tools, equipment, working space, and appearances brought together in a systematic and effective correlation to accomplish some desired objects. It means that business organization is a coordinated effort of the organization. It's a group activity in which all the resources are put together and the resources they are channelized in a coordinated manner for the accomplishment of the organizational goals or the entrepreneurial goals. Now, there are some factors which affect the choice of a particular form of business organization, whether we should choose one form or another. Many factors are responsible for the choice of a particular business in the world. The first factor is capital requirement. As we see, capital requirement is a fundamental factor influencing a business organization. A manufacturing concern may require more capital as compared to a retail shop. But if the scale of the operation is very large, then the capital requirement will also be very large. After determining the capital needs, the form of organization should be selected. A sole trade business will be suitable if capital needs are less, and a partnership concern may be able to meet the capital needs of a medium sized unit. And a joint stock company will be suitable if capital requirements are large. So, capital requirement will directly influence the choice of the form of organization. Now, the second factor is liability. In sole trade and business of partnership, the liability of the owners is unlimited. Even their personal property that is also to be assigned to meet the business obligations. While in the company form of organization, the shareholder is limited to the value of the shares they have purchased. So their liability is limited only up to the value of the shares they have purchased. The shareholders can be required to pay only the unpaid amount of shares they have invested in the company. Now, when a business involves more risk, then company form of the organization will be more suitable. So, a company in which the risk bearing capacity is more as compared to sole tradership and the partnership form of organization. Now, the another factor is managerial needs. So, when the scale of the operation is small, it caters to the local needs only, then one person will be enough to manage the business. So, sole tradership will be sufficient. But if the business caters to more areas, then more persons are required, then the company form of organization will be more suitable. So, if the business is on large scale, it also requires the services of the specialist to manage the various departments. So, company form of organization will be more suitable. Now, the another factor which is affecting the choice of business is the continuity. If the concern is stable, there is no fear of discontinuity, it will attract more investment. The company form of organization is the only form which ensures stability and continuity. A sole trade business may be closed after the death of its owner. A partnership firm too does not have a permanent life. So, a company form of organization will be more suitable as compared to the other ones. Another factor is tax liability. A joint stock company has more tax liability as compared to sole tradership and partnership firms. A joint stock company faces double tax liability, while a partnership firm and a sole trade business are not separately taxed. As far as the government regulations are concerned, a number of formalities are required to be complied with while incorporating a company. It has to use the services of experts to meet statutory requirements of various laws. A sole trade business is not expected to meet any legal requirements. Similarly, a partnership concern is also free from the government regulations. So accordingly, we can have a choice. Now, as nature of the business activities part is there, if a concern deals with local market, a seasonal product or perishable goods, then sole trade business will be suitable. And if the concern caters to large market and the scale of operation is large, then company form of organization will be useful. If this primary aim of the concern is to serve its members, then a cooperative society will be more suitable. Now next is relationship between ownership and management. There is a direct relationship between ownership and management in case of sole tradership and partnership firm. And in case of the company, management and ownership is in different hands. So owners are spread all over the country. They do not take active interest in the working of the enterprise. So as far as ownership and management is concerned, sole proprietorship and partnership, they are more convenient, but the expertise can be used only in case of the company form of organization. Then regarding the formations, a joint stock company requires the services of qualified persons for getting it registered. It involves a lot of money at the time of the incorporation. On the other side, a sole trader business can be started without much formalities. And the flexibility aspect, a good form of organization should be flexible enough. A sole trading concern is more flexible as compared to the partnership and company form. A sole trader has absolute power over the affairs of the business and able to introduce changes very quickly. And the stability part is concerned, the company form of organization offers a maximum stability and continuity, as it is not affected in any way by the death or the insolvency of its members. On the other side, a sole trading business comes to an end on the inability or the death of the proprietor. A partnership firm also suffers from the uncertainty of duration because it can be dissolved at the time of the death, insolvency or leniency of the partners. So, to sum up, all these factors have to be balanced against each other, as no single factor can determine an ideal form of organization.